We got 7 straight up. Bam. Local Eastern time. Let me go ahead and mute you guys out. I'm glad you're all here. We want to say Jeff Morrison can't make it. His mom's in ICU, so our thoughts and prayers go out there. Let's look at this windy and warm. Bob had a question on, Mr. Pilot had a question on the, I guess on those screwed up endings that I had here. And again, I don't have my Florida sheets where we resolve the issue, but if I remember correctly, when you get onto the third page of it, which is the D and the E parts, that's where it started coming in, I think. And I think what ends up having to happen is you play, and someone correct me if I'm incorrect here. Only this one time, but you play a whole measure of A minor. You have an A minor measure fill. You can do a run of A minor. You can do boom chuck. You can hit the A and the E note together, fourth and third string, strum out the rest of the chord. But it's a full measure. It's a measure that was left out. And then I think Bob's question was, how do you get to at measure 23? And I think it's the same thing. Let's see here. If you just bear with me a second. That's going to be, let's see, am I missing, there's my pages. I'm looking on, trying to find that. That, if you'll look at it, and then someone, I hate to stammer like that, don't you? Sound Porky Pig. If you finish, you're going back for the last time, right? We're coming through. We're going to do this, the last page, measure 23. Okay, that is, it picks up directly after the first page at the end of the second line. So instead of doing that first ending or the second ending there, it goes right on to measure 23. And that's going to give you 3 times through that, which seems to be the acoustic magical number. If I finish up taking it from measure 5. Now I'm going to go on to measure 23. That was the second one. You need the magical 3 times around. Okay, so are you okay there, Bob? Let's go ahead and try to get through that whole mess. No, yeah, disregard the repeat. That's exactly right. In fact, I'm going to scratch it out now, so I'll never have to think about it again. Disregard the repeat. That whole part is the ending. Yeah. Yeah. You're exactly right. And I'm glad you got that all straightened out for us there, Bob. Let's see, what am I doing here? All right. I'm just about ready. I'm going to have to look all over the table. Let's go ahead and try this. Let's see, can we do it in about here? Is that too fast for anyone? And if you don't answer honestly, I can't I can't slow it down once we get started. Is that okay for everyone? I'll go. If I don't see a movement, I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here we go. number of A minor. Hey, if you made it through there, we are bad. Did you get through that? Who got through that with me? Hey, I had some in there. I didn't have many with me, but I had some with me. Now here, let's see. There's the speed. Did we skip the C part? We did. Yeah, we did. Sorry, guys. You know, and I don't know that we can just go back. What from the beginning, Anita? You want to play it from the beginning? Is that what you're saying? Okay, let's do it one more time. I was trying to map out the speed. Now let me see here. C part. Oh, I know why. Because I can't see that far. Okay. Now, yeah, this is another one where when you finish, oh, you got the fourth ending. The fourth ending will come into play. Okay, let's go one more time then. Same speed. Good. Wish us all luck here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Throw a hand up if that's too fast. Here's my favorite part. I just saw your hand up going. Did, did I get all the did I get it all in there that time? Huh? I hope so. Okay, good. Okay, good. I feel much better. Okay. Just to be on the safe side, Soul of Man Never Dies is coming up next, and bringing in the Georgia Mail. Let's hit Georgia Mail, and let's leave. Unless someone's got any questions on Soul of Man Never Dies, I'm thinking of the time factor. So let's try Georgia Mail, just because of the runs in it, etc. And then we'll go ahead and hit that Big Sandy River. Okay. All right. Did you draw a line in the sand there, Lisa? I'm not sure what that is. It looks like you said cut. Oops. Okay. All right. Can we get through it at that speed? Is that too fast for anyone? Georgia Mail. That's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Back again. Take it away. I got the chords. And she's making time. Trains wearing out the railroad line. As she got the notion, I say she's doing fine. Bringing in the Georgia. Let's switch. You got the chords. Take it away. Let's hold it there. You know, I could keep playing it over and over. I sped it up a little bit. Was anyone with me on the last pass through there? Good. Okay, good. And all right, there's a bunch of you. Good. Let's try this. Now, of course, it's within that 80% bracket, right? 80% accurate bracket. That's all we have to worry about. All right. Let's try this Big Sandy River. And again, I'm just going to, since I don't have the licks written out an octave higher, I'm just going to play it an octave lower, which should sound fine. Will sound like Wes Montgomery on bluegrass steroids. Okay? He played everything in octaves. Okay. Big Sandy River, take one. Let's see about here. Is that a good speed there? Any troubles there? I'm not believing it. Are you sure? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Pull it here. Now, are you telling me you all got that was not too fast? Who made it through there at the end with me? I'll give you a minute to think about it and get yourself, see if you're in that 80% ratio. Because I didn't have a lot of hands go up right there. So, did you? Okay. Okay. Now, 80%, yeah, that's fine. There are, let's see, there are a couple things. Now, of course, you know, oh, John's at 70. Well, you're not getting a sticker today. There are a couple things to point out on this. The second part is just a jam part. You know, the original. And we should also say that the second part to Big Sandy River is the same as the third part to Ragtime Annie. Ragtime Annie's in D, and then the third part, if people choose to play it, goes to the key of G. It does this. It does this. It's playing. It plays more like the original Big Sandy River. But that's the part where you should start to try to string together licks. G to C to D, G, C, D, G, G, C, D. These licks you should have recognized, you know, and the thing is that take this format now that I've given you with it, it's just blank measures G, C, D, G, and see what you can come up with. Now you don't have to send it to me. This is just for you to start thinking about it. You know what I did just then was play G until I could get it close to and work around where C was. Right? That's kind of what it was. It's going dropping right into C. The D can come in cold, but the D has to end up resolving to G. So wherever you end a run, see if you can just start on a note of the next chord. It doesn't have to be the root. Now, a lot of people think you got to do the root, and then you're going to end up doing scaly stuff. Start somewhere in the chord. You got 3 notes to choose from, and you're probably whatever run you do, you're going to end up. I'm going to ignore that, Lisa. You're going to end up close to one of the notes of the next chord. So when you hit the note of the next chord, try to play something to fill. Try to play something. Now you've got the tone color of the chord in your head. Bo 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 boom. Now I'm on boom ding ding ding. See, that would have been good enough. Ding, 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 ding. Now I'm going to D. I can either go here or here, right? Or here. Any of those are good starting places where I can use my imagination to come up with something that's going to fit in there. And my imagination is based on all of these pages that we've done before. You've got some lick that may come to mind to try to put in that blank measure. I hope that makes sense, because that's where we're going with this. Okay? All right. All right, I see. Let's try this Catalin McCain revisited. Now this would have been our last one. We've got so many sheets here. And we can do, we should do this Lost Indian too. You know, all right. Okay. I don't remember it, but I'm gonna take a stab at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Sorry about that. I got it. Back to the top. Let's go ahead and switch after this. Okay, hold it here. Okay, who was with me there? getting comfortable with it. I had a few with me. A little too fast. How you creeping up there, John? It was a little too fast for you, though, Anita. Oh, you've probably been partying the last 2 weeks anyway. Now, I want to explain something on the second part, starting measure 11. I made it kind of notey, right? It's a constant ramble of notes, done more in a Texas kind of style, which is what the influence of the tune is. But I think if I were to play it to the fiddle melody, the straight melody, second part. That's more how it would be, and so you can hear how I made it more notier. That's a weave right there. Instead of going Arkansas Traveler, right? This is okay. It's a particular. Now you can even find that pattern. Keep going down. It's a different pattern. It may be hard to hear the pattern, but it is just a pattern. As that next measure is a pattern. Melody note down to the next one in the scale. Melody note. Let's see. No, it's not to the next one of the scale. But you can hear how it's rocking back and forth. It's just it is a pattern though. Okay, so when you find these patterns here, that's what I tried to do with this one, but I did want to explain what the straight melody of the tune is. Is there any questions on it though? And it wouldn't hurt you. Right now we're at 30 minutes, so somewhere around 24 minutes or so is where I probably played that straight melody. It wouldn't hurt to go back there and just try to find that. You got more notes in this, so finding the less notes should be pretty easy. Okay, let's hit this. Let's hit this Lost Indian. It's staring me in the face here. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, back up and push. We got to hit that one. Lost Indian is not going to take that much. Let's go ahead and just hit it pretty quick. All right. Okay. Let's try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, if this gets away from you, throw a hand up, and if I see more than a couple hands go up, then I'll go ahead and we'll stop and kick it back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. the top. I'm assuming everyone's okay. Let's kick it up. One more time. Let's kick it up one more time. Okay. All right. The first couple times there, how did that go? That was fairly slow. Did you get through that? Oh. Yeah, the first couple times, 4.9. Very good, Ed. It's the Russians knocked you out of that perfect score, didn't they? Okay, and then when I kicked it up, was there anyone with me at the end at the high speed, higher speed? Have a couple, yeah, good, okay. I know. Okay, well, let's hold that there. I want to hit this back up and push and talk about a few things there. I don't want to stay too long on it. Let's go ahead and hit the back up and push as it is, and you know, this one, the first part you could fly through. You know, if it wasn't for the second part with the shuffle parts. So you really have to base the speed of this on the slowest part for you, which is going to be the shuffle part. Is anyone, is that too fast for anyone? See, here's where you got to be honest here. Yeah, I want to do that with part one, but I want to get through it one time straight. Yes, is that yes, it's too fast? Another yes will do. Okay. So let's just get it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This is definitely slower. So who was with me on that? I'd say probably most of you were. Good. Okay. All right. So now, let me go over some chords that I want to put here. I don't want to spend a lot of time because we still got two pieces to do. What I do here is I hold a 3-string F, right? Same as when we cross pick it on the second page. But I'm going to add my little finger on the D. Then I'm going to go for the second measure in F minor. I'm going to talk through it first, and then I'm going to play it through it. I'm going to use a C major 7 for measure 3 into an A minor. Let's see. Let me play it and let's see what I do here. D minor 7. Okay, Lisa, let me see if that's a question there. Throw your hand back up. Okay, so I'm going to hit the F with the D note, not hitting the first string, because I want to hear the D to the A, F minor with the D, just one strum, but only to the D. I don't go past it. Right? So really what I'm strumming is a F, a A flat, and a D. When I get to the C measure, I'm going to pull off my first finger, hit a C major 7, and I'm just going to hit that. I'm not doing that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor, strum to the C. You can hit that in. D minor 7, right? With a G. And now an F, a G7 with an E on the first string. Now a D. I'm not going to hit the first string now. I'm only going to strum to whatever note I'm calling out. C, C major 7, C7 with a G in the bass. Now we're back at the top. F 6, F minor 6. C major 7, A minor to the C, D minor 7 with a G. You can strum both of those. G7 with an E on top, a D, and you can hit the second ending. Okay. Okay. All right. It's not hard, but you're just going to have to work through these chords and make sure they sustain well enough. All right. Any questions there? We're at, let's see, where's our timer? 43 minutes. So around 38 minutes. That's where I would go to for that. Okay. All right. I got to hit this Tennessee Waltz kind of quickly, and then we can look at the jig that I sent you. Okay, let me run through Tennessee Waltz and see what we got here. Looks like it's a bunch of triplets here. started on an upswing. And down, up, down, strum. Okay, this is just like what we just did with back up and push, where you only strum to the melody note. That's kind of what's happening when you see these chord strums go by. We're strumming to the highest note you see written there, C7, the E flat on the D flat 9, then it's a C9, okay? But I'm only strumming to the second string, right? And that's why it's written that way, F. And all of these notes that are the highest one of the chord is the melody note. So that's what's going on here. Here it's just filler chords, but it's D minor 7, and then a set of triplets. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Except for the pull-off part. Okay. Now, it says C7, but I don't have a B flat note written in there. Okay. Okay, G7 measure 14. Da, 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 da. So it's showing you down on the beginning of each one of those triplets. And that's what we're going to be doing in our jigs also. This E7 measure 18 is kind of tough, because you have to get this stuff down. You need to 3, 1, 2 as a chord. Okay. All right, this D minor 7 walk down, it's this. It's a D minor. Here's my D minor in the bass. And the second string is going to move backwards. Okay? So I'm gonna roll on each one of them. So I've got you can either do it with your last 3 fingers and then push your first underneath, or you can do it holding it like a D7, first 3 fingers, flatten it down, F, okay, Jimmie Rodgers. Okay. All right. I think you'll get through it fine. You're just going to have to work your timing through the triplets. All right, but play along with the MP4 in the Dropbox file. Be sure you download that stuff too. Okay, let's look at this jig. Now it's the same that the other group is doing as well. The Swallowtail. I thought I'd send that on to both of you, so the group after you is going to do the same one. They're going to do another one, the Cliffs of Moher, also, because I wanted to do the oh, let's see here. Wait now. There it is. Whew. Thought I had the wrong version of Swallowtail there. Okay. This is one, the thing with this jig, or with jigs, it's in 6/8 time. The 6/8 time comes, well, you can see it at the very beginning. It comes from meaning that there are 6 beats in the measure and the 8th note gets the full beat. Okay? So that's why, you got a measure full of 6 1/8 notes, and that's why there's that's each one of those gets a beat. Let's see, is there a measure in here? Yeah, like if you look at the first and second ending, or even the couple, wherever you see a quarter note, that one's going to get 2 beats now, right? Because the eighth is getting a full beat, so a quarter would get twice as much. And that's kind of how it times out. All right. They're going to, each set of three is going to go down, up, down. Every set of three, down, up, down. So you're going to have down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now here I had a pull off in there. Now, and I don't care if you go down on the 2 of the pull off and then up on the 4. I don't care. I don't know that it matters, which is why I don't care. I mean, of course I care that you'll get through it smoothly, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. And particularly on the second part, look at measure 10. When I do that one, to help with my right hand, I'm going to go down on the 2, hammer to the 4, come up on the open, and then down on the next 2. Right? The next 4 is going to be a up. Down, up. So you definitely are not going to hit them. You're going to alternate down there somehow. People ask me, in workshops, so your eighth notes are always down, up, down, up. Yes. First one's always down, last one's always up. And that's the way it goes until you have a jig. And then you're kind of on your own. Something on that was when I was in Celtic land, I was doing, I got this today for you, Lisa. When I was over there, I said, well, how do you guitar players, there is Tim, how do you guitar players play all that fancy stuff and the jig time and all that? Where'd you learn that? And they said, well, we buy your videos. So whatever we say goes on the timing of this. Let me go ahead and hit the notes all the way through so you got it. Yeah, and so Tim, if you want to play along, the pattern on it, on the rhythm is exactly the same as your lead was. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And don't do anything where it's going to go like swooshy, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. No, they don't like that. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. You may want to sit there doing this for a while. And you're going to count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So even right there, it was all straight, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, until I got to the pull-off at the end of the first line. I went down, up, okay, and then back to it. And I find it's easier, I want to leave this 2 down. So I find it easier to use my little finger on the 4 so I don't have to stretch so far. Either way, if you got long fingers, just use your 3rd finger there. But us short finger people got to use I use my little finger. Measure 6. I'm going to go up on this 2, just because that's the way I see it. Because I'm going to go to the next one's a down, and it's just easier to hit that up and keep your time going. Okay, and now here's a down, up, and that was down, up, down, down. Okay, you're trying to do down, up, down, down. That's what you're really trying to do. Okay, but I use it for ease. I use the pull off as my down and the next note as my up. Second part. See, that's easier. Down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then straight. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Except the last note I'm hitting on an up. Okay? And then to get into the rhythm. That's what you're wanting there. It's actually what I did was. And you can hear that downbeat pulse. Second part. Now you can play with the song the way the melody goes. Or straight. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay? It's really cool playing jigs. I don't do a lot of them, but this is one of my favorites. And Haste to the Wedding's another one that I really like to play. Okay, questions, comments? Anything there? Yeah, I don't do the washerwoman. I think, it's not a particularly easy one to, it doesn't lay out particularly easy. I've done it before, Oh, do you have a question there, Chuck? Let me find you here. Yes, sir, you're on the air.
Yeah, real quick, slow on the rhythm again. It's down, down, up, down, down, up.
No, down, up, down.
Down, up, down.
Till infinity. That's your pattern. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, Anita, go ahead and register. You guys ought to register for the next session anytime now. Doesn't matter to me. Sooner for me is better just for preparation and stuff. And the way this will work, again, is we'll be... I started to do this, and I don't know if this will run out or not, but I started to do this this session where we'll go the 6 weeks and we'll have 1 week off, and then the next session picks up. Okay, and the reason for that is it gives me time to prepare, and it gives you guys time to practice and go over stuff, get your questions ready for the next session. Okay, and then there's one Thursday I've got to go to. There's a festival in Virginia Beach, Cabin Fever, and I'll go to that one, but I have to leave on a Thursday, so we'll do a Sunday session, and that's the last Sunday session. I think I have no more conflicts until we run through the sessions in May. All right. Okay, let's hold it here, guys. Take care. You guys have a great week. I hope your weather holds out for you, because it's looking pretty bad for that whole East Coast stuff. All right. The festival is it's called Cabin Fever. Yeah, sorry, Ed. It's called Cabin Fever. It's in Virginia Beach, and it's in a hotel. It's on my website, Joey, so you can check it out there. Oh, good. I hope to see you there. Okay, guys, let's hold it there. Take care. Oof.